everybody's here. It's another Georgia and Gray gathering, which they've done many in their lifetime. They are the epitome of hospitality. So many years they did stuff when I was little, high school, book club, Meredith College, bridge club. No, listen. So Jim and I were at church last Sunday, and the pastor said that everybody thinks of hospitality as entertaining, but it's really not. That hospitality is focusing on the needs of others, meeting people where they are, and doing what you can with your own gifts and graces. And that love allows us to exercise our gifts. And George and Gray love their family so much. And the hospitality that they have shown to us over the years has been amazing pot, because I cooked with it 12 days ago. So we got them a new soup pot, because that's another gift of their hospitality, is all the vegetable soup she's made over the years. And so a lot of family members wrote things they were thankful about for you and Gray. So what we're going to do, if it's okay with you, is we're going to pass it around, and if each person will pull out a slip of paper, read it, and pass it to the next person. So here's what people had to say. I'll just give everybody one. How's that?
Thank you.
Good.
And then you just read who it's from.
All right.
Carol was married 40 years ago this Saturday.
Thank you, Neil.
And we had the reception right here in this room. We didn't have any person.
Sunday. There you go.
Me, my mother, Leela, and my wife, Julie, we are thankful for Gray's kind and gentle nature and for always including the Babs.
Oh, nice.
Always.
Leela's turn. You know, I've always thought very highly of in-laws. And the Boones are our in-laws, and I lovingly used to think of them as our outlaws. But the outlaws, they are not. They're the best in-laws in the world.
We love playing tennis and golf.
Thank you.
You have something to read there?
Oh, am I reading this?
Oh, and you're reading the other one from y'all.
We are thankful for Georgianne's involvement in improving our world and her great appreciation of the arts.
That's from
It
Julia.
is from Scott's family. I'm supposed to read all these?
Even the dogs got in on the game.
This is about Gray. From Scott, because he taught me by being thoughtful and considerate of all who came across his path and appreciating and tolerating the craziness of his family. Michelle said, because of the shared golfing times it gives my husband so much happiness. Kelly says, because he's always so happy to talk to me and hear about what's going on in my life.
Oh, I'm sorry, they goofed up. That is what Kelly says to you, Georgianne.
Oh.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, you have Gray's. Okay, sorry.
Kelly goofed up.
Christy says, for his kindness and warm smile. Sophie and Liam for, quote, teaching Scott how to play golf, end quote. And Lauren, Jonathan, and Nora, because he shares wonderful stories and makes a mean, quote, Gray Boone. Is that a libation?
Special. That's the special.
Yep.
Davis, and all the times I've been going out with Scott, especially recently, even with Carter and you and Ann up at Mount Marinara, I said, Scott, hold your head down and swing slowly. And I bet I've told him that 1,000,000 times, and he won't do it.
He wants to hit hard.
Family, and it's for Georgia. So Scott says, because she has 3 sweet daughters that I claim as my sisters, even though they may not want to claim me. Michelle is thankful because you took great effort to host the yearly Christmas family gatherings that will forever be cherished. And Kelly Gray appreciates you because you're always smiling and she feels like she can talk to you about anything.
Oh.
Christy says for sharing her appreciation of the arts with me through the years. Sophie and Liam for her great taste in books at Christmas time. Lauren, Jonathan, and Nora because she is so thoughtful and remembers the little things. And Kelly would like to add, they raised a wonderful son, and I'm so lucky to be his daughter.
This is from Jane's family. So Jane says she's thankful for Gray for his sweetness all around and appreciation of college football and basketball. David said for his tolerance of Jerry. Robert says for teaching me patience. Maggie says for teaching me the love of football. And Bo says for being a good fellow napper.
Babs. I'm thankful for Gray and for his great sense of humor. Davis for his steady guiding hand, sweet disposition, cheerful smile, and devotion to his family. Carter because he taught me how to play and occasionally beat him at pool. I love our many memories of long pool matches in the basement during holiday visits. Bryn because he always is so kind and knows the directions to get anywhere.
Yes, true. It's from Logan and Evan's family. I'm thankful for Georgia because she provides my home away from home and always gives me vegetables. Evan says because she often sends Logan home with food from the G&G home grocery store, which makes my grocery shopping much easier. Baby Davis says because she watches me when Mom gets her hair cut and doesn't mind holding me for hours. And Ruby says because she lets me out to pee and lets me look out the
I
window.
have for Gray, Logan, and Evan. From Logan, because he operates play care for Ruby and even takes Ruby in the garage with him when the cleaners come. Evan, because he sits with baby Ruby during Ruby's daycare and she tells me he's a very good listener. Baby Davis, because I want to be a fisherman just like him. And Ruby, because he makes my bed at Windingwood every day and sometimes gives me hot dog treats.
What did you say?
Mine's the Gray from Jonathan and Jessica, Little Gray and Sam. Jonathan says because he tells the best stories. Jessica says because he once told me I look like Princess Kate Middleton.
Which of course I look nothing like her.
Okay. But on a
Nothing.
serious note, they're thankful for Gray and Georgia because they have made me feel so welcome and loved since the first time I met them. They are just the absolute sweetest. Little Gray says because we share our names and it's the coolest. And Sam says, see all the above.
Sam and us. I am thankful for Georgia. Jonathan, because she always has the right answers. Jessica, because she plants beautiful flowers in our pots. It is such a wonderful surprise. If it wasn't for her, we would have dead plants all the time. Little Gray, because she teaches me all about birds and babysits me. Sam, I'm thankful for Georgia and Gray because they love me. And Greg and I said we are thankful for Georgia and Gray because they raised up a family that we love.
Jamie's family. And Jamie said because he is easily the kindest, most generous, greatest storyteller, best grandfather ever.
Oh.
Sage says, I like to tell people that I know the Flounder King. Landon says because he lets me play with the driveway rocks and gives me good hugs. The twins say because he likes building things, and so do we. Plus, we heard he might give us ice cream for breakfast. And then little Max said because he sits still so I can cuddle with him on the couch.
Jamie, because she is easily the, quote, most creative, thoughtful, artistic, and loving, best in caps grandmother ever, exclamation point. Sage, because she always makes me feel happy and welcome. Landon, because she picks out the most stylish clothes for me and loves me even when I'm whining and crying. Cam and Chase, she has the amount of energy that we do, exclamation point. It's true. Max, this is the dog, because she gives me treats and doesn't get too upset if I had an accident.
This is for Gray from Carol and Jim. Carol says because he loves his family and would do anything for us, including Uber driver, Airbnb host, and fabulous storyteller. And he has a wicked sense of humor. Jim says for his sense of adventure, like running the boat around with
aground with Richard Scott and making Jim strip down to his underwear and push them off.
Before they were married.
That's funny.
Okay, and then this one is for Georgia from Jim and Carol. Carol says because she would do anything for anybody and is always looking out for the underdog, and she loves her family. She appears to never tire of the photos and videos we send of the great grandkids. And Jim says for her love of family and her Energizer bunnies.
Okay, I am thankful for Georgia from Jane's family. Jane says, there's too much to list, but a few are teaching us the appreciation of art and cultural events and helping me raise 2 wonderful children who have followed in her footsteps, learning to be kind to all. David says for her love of pigs.
Pigs.
That's another story we'll tell you.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we'll tell you in a minute.
Robert says for teaching me how to be kind to all and to see the good in everyone. Maggie says for teaching me about social action. And Bo says for being a good nurse.
Ann says because she raised independent thinking daughters. And Carter says because she has the most loving and giving heart of anyone I've ever met.
And Bryn.
Bryn says because she is so loving and always sends me home with yummy food.
Ah,
David somehow missed yours on here.
that's okay. Georgia, I love.
Gray and Georgia as friends. You don't need any other friends.
Good job, Billy.